Well, hello, hello. Look who's back until he's gone. Daniel's back. Back again. Daniel's back. Call a friend. Daniel Rock 08's back until he's gone. I'm kind of like Brock Lesnar in a way. He shows up and then he's gone. Shows up and then he's gone. Difference is, I'm not paid $1 million to do this. No, I just do this just for the fuck of it. The only explanation I have for my absence is life sucks. Shit happens sometimes. Life can get in the way of certain things. And just say, I had a shitty month. So, that was one hell of a super showdown, wasn't it? Pissed off a lot of people. I mean, that really got out of hand. And people are in a glass case of emotion. And I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why Bray Wyatt losing the Universal title to Goldberg isn't the worst thing in the world. And the simple fact that I don't think he's really that buried. Number one, it happened in Saudi Arabia. Do I need to go through the laundry list of controversial crap that's been going on with Saudi Arabia? I don't think I have to. The WWE and these shows, all these shows are awful. Nobody likes them. And the WWE people, they don't like doing these shows. So many people decide not to do the show like John Cena, like a Daniel Bryan, like Kevin Owens. Some people just straight up are not allowed to be there, like Aleister Black, like Sami Zayn, and the women. They're not allowed to compete because they're women, or of their heritage, or of a tattoo, or whatever the fuck. And if the women are going to have a match, they have to wear these full body suits to cover their asses up. They have to wear XXX t-shirts, which is insane, because they can't show the female body. The Fiend lost the title in Saudi Arabia, which, ironically, coincidentally enough, he won the Universal title in Saudi Arabia. So, whatever. And these shows are smash and grab anyway. They're cash cow shows. They make millions of dollars for doing these shows. Goldberg made like $1 million just doing that. Who had the easier payday? Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, or Goldberg? Who had the easier payday? Tell me. You have people like The Undertaker who just shows up unannounced, wins the aggro crack. That's what it looked like. Have you seen Nickelodeon Guts? It looked like the fucking aggro crack to me. He chokeslammed AJ Styles. That's it. Done. Is Styles buried? No, it's Saudi Arabia. Of course that was going to happen. Are you surprised? It happened with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon just showed up out of nowhere and became the best in the world. Then Brock Lesnar squashed Ricochet. So what? He squashed Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman had way more momentum and had way bigger potential than Ricochet could ever fucking have. I'm sorry, but Ricochet is overrated. I just have to get that out. He is no different than any other flippity-floppity-floop guy. Put him on 205 Live, he blends in with the crowd. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. And then you move on to Goldberg winning the Universal Championship. It's no surprise. It's really not a surprise. Now, maybe people thought, hey, it's almost WrestleMania time. WrestleMania is in 5 weeks. It's WrestleMania season. They're not going to have the title change hands beforehand just to do Goldberg and Roman Reigns for the title when they don't really need to do it. They're not going to do a needless championship change to put, they're not going to do that. Well, that brings me to moment number 2. Reason number 2 is if you look at the last 10 WrestleManias since like WrestleMania 28, they've had part-timers sell their WrestleManias. From The Rock to Brock Lesnar, Batista, and Triple H, and The Undertaker, and Goldberg. They've relied heavily on these stars to sell WrestleMania, and a few times they've had them win the championship for no fucking reason right before WrestleMania, or they had them be the champion when they clearly should have went with a much bigger thing. Let's say, for a great example is WrestleMania 29. They had The Rock win the WWE Championship from CM Punk for really no fucking reason other than to do twice in a lifetime with John Cena, when it should have been Punk versus Cena. 30, they were going to do Orton versus Batista. That was going to be a thing. 32, Triple H was WWE Champion. 33, Goldberg was Universal Champion. They've already did this with Goldberg 3 years ago. They did it with Goldberg. He beat Kevin Owens for the Universal title when it should have been Kevin Owens versus Jericho. Champion versus champion. Did they do that? No. They had Goldberg win the title just to do that championship match, and they went on second. Owens and Jericho did. It was a big reason why Jericho's in AEW. Think of that for a moment. And then Brock Lesnar's the champion when it should have been Strowman and Reigns for 34. And then they ruined Roman Reigns for not winning the title there. So the point is, the last couple of WrestleManias, if you noticed, they have done this. This isn't anything new. They did it already with Goldberg. They did it with The Rock. They did it with Triple H. They have done this. Nothing new. Nothing new whatsoever. They rely heavily on these past stars. The problem is, 15 years from now, when they have WrestleMania 50 coming, they're not going to rely. They're not going to be a Roman Reigns or a Bray Wyatt or a Seth Rollins or a Braun Strowman to really hype up to bring back for WrestleMania 50. No, they're going to have to bring back fucking Goldberg, who will be 70. And just think, in 2020, Goldberg is the most dominant man there is. And my last point, The Fiend was already dead when he lost at Hell in a Cell to Seth Rollins. In my eyes, that's a loss. He did not win the championship. It's like when Luger lost to Yokozuna. He did not win the title. He was already dead. When Luger did not win the title from Yokozuna, he was dead. Just like how when Bray Wyatt did not win the title from Seth Rollins, he was already dead. Yes, he did win the championship. So you thought, oh, that makes it up. They made it up. No, they didn't. They really, truly did not do it. They did not make up anything in any stretch of the imagination. This is Bray Wyatt we're talking about. They Bray Wyatted The Fiend. And the reason why I'm not surprised is my final point. This is Bray Wyatt. They do this with Bray Wyatt all the time. They've done this since he began, since he did this reimagination of his character. At SummerSlam when he came back in 2013, he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania 30. He lost to The Undertaker a year and a half later. He lost to Randy Orton. He made to look like a bitch at WrestleMania 32. Worse than this match, in my opinion. He had a meaningless feud that could have been so much more with Matt Hardy, which he lost. And then there's so much crap. And then the stuff with the Hell in a Cell match. And then losing to Goldberg. If you are that invested with Bray Wyatt, how can you be invested in Bray Wyatt when so much shit has happened? When I saw the Fiend character, I knew it was only a matter of time before they killed it off. They damaged it severely in the Hell in a Cell match. In my opinion, it never recovered, and it's even more doomed. Now he's facing John Cena at WrestleMania, probably. And guess what? He is likely probably going to lose. Don't put it past them to have him lose to John Cena. So, was it the worst thing in the world? No. Because history has shown that WWE has been in this predicament. They've done this shitty thing time and time again. In the past couple of WrestleManias, they've had part-timers win the championship right before WrestleMania time. Like I said, with The Rock, with Goldberg already again. It happened in Saudi Arabia. Not to mention the Fiend character was kind of already dead to begin with the Hell in a Cell loss. Then, just the fact that it's Bray Wyatt. And lastly, this is the Universal Championship. Who the fuck cares about the Universal Championship? It's Brock Lesnar's bitch toy. It was, it is, and it always will be Brock Lesnar's bitch toy. It might be on SmackDown, untouched by Lesnar, but who the fuck cares about the Universal title? Who the hell cares? As long as Drew McIntyre wins the championship from Brock Lesnar, that's all that fucking matters. I'm Daniel Rock 08, and one more point. WrestleMania wasn't going to be built around the Fiend anyways. It was built around Drew McIntyre, which is funny. Roman Reigns Goldberg might main event. Anyways, unless there isn't going to be a WrestleMania because the coronavirus might kill us all. I don't know. I'll be in Tampa, Florida for WrestleMania, so I'll be seeing a lot of pissed off stupid fans. I'm Daniel Rock 08, and I'll see you, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Goodbye.